A few years ago, one of my good buddies here on the platform, Solo TV84, created a new phrase, and it was called hitting the wall twice. Now, for those of you who don't understand what that means, let me explain. Rewind, Nima! Remember COVID in 2020? A lot of chicks were hot and at the top of their game. And then once COVID started and then once it ended, a lot of ladies just didn't look the same. I saw women who went from Barbie style shapes to, looking kind of similar to Lizzo.
Say it to my face, huh? Why don't you say it to my face, you bitch?
And when they're young like that and with no kids, never been married, some people could say that's hitting the wall once. And we've all seen it. The chick that gets pregnant in high school and she's never the same after that. That's hitting the wall once. When you hit the wall twice, that's when you're no longer able to get the kind of guys that you want based on your age or your situation. You're divorced, you gain maybe a certain amount of weight or things like that. You're in your 40s, bad attitude. You can no longer demand the kind of guys you want. That's hitting the wall twice. But how do we get there first? Let's look at some ladies who are very beautiful and are very attractive, but we can say they're flirting with hitting the wall first. Well, let's look at Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is an exceptional looking young lady in my honest opinion. She's with Darius Jackson, age 29, but what happened where she couldn't get somebody else? Well, she has a baby now, age 29, and age 40 comes around, age 45, we can say hitting the wall once and hitting it twice. That's a good example of that. And you're seeing it happen so often right now in this industry. Beautiful women are getting with, men who make less money than them in their prime and then getting a baby by those same guys. And then at a certain point, they're hitting the wall once. Now, Naomi Osaka is just a pretty much great example of that. She's beautiful. She's tall. She's half black, half Japanese. I mean, she's everything that you can pretty much ask for, for most men. Because she can go in between all different ideologies. She can date a man from the black community. She can date a man from the white community. I mean, she's pretty much accepted almost anywhere. She's the right, if you want to say, light skin, color, foreign looking, all of that. And she's talented, right? She's everything that somebody would want. But then what happens? She gets with Cordae. Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? Now, guys, I'm not going to be dissing the young brother. I don't really listen to his music, but let's say he's an okay rapper. Let's say he's a good rapper. But we all know that him as a rapper is not the equivalent of Naomi Osaka as a tennis player. Naomi Osaka was at one point the best female tennis player in the world. And we can say for sure that Cordae has never been considered the best rapper in the world. He is not on the level of somebody like Drake. He doesn't demand that kind of star power. He's a young guy, but at the same time, they had a baby, they had a child, and it seems to be some trouble in paradise because for whatever reason, there's some cryptic posts going around that she's putting out. And guess what? She's unfollowed the guy. Now, the first hint of this split up was on September 27th when she wrote, "Sad music, the art of loving yourself." And basically after her birthday, she wrote on October 17, 2023, "Sad music, I just want someone that will watch the sunset with me." Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? All of that indicating now that she is single as F, and this guy is no longer in the picture. And it seems like, very few months after having the baby that they have split. But let's go back to hitting the wall twice, right? Because obviously, we would say that the second time will come. We don't know when. But I want to say that a lot of ladies are making the choice to have a baby with a guy that they probably don't respect because marriage is just not in the plans. Now, shout out to DDG and Chloe Bailey, where it was. And Naomi Osaka, it seems like that should be exactly what she wanted. I mean, she had a strong black man in her life. Her father is Haitian. He taught her how to play tennis. And you would think that she has everything on her behalf, like everything that she would want. She has money. She has everything that anybody can desire: youth, beauty, height, everything. So why pick a guy that's going to make you a baby mama so you can go out there and play tennis? Well, that is because that is what's going on. Because most women today that have a lot of money, they don't have time to be submitting to anybody. It's not going to happen. We know that with Keke Palmer, who's dealing with Darius Jackson. We know it with several other ladies. Lala Anthony now can no longer demand the kind of guys that she used to be able to get. That's why young guys are hitting her up. But for the most part, this is the plan for most professional ladies, I feel, in the time to come, which is, let me deal with guys right now who don't have what it takes. I know I can't respect them. And when it doesn't work out, I'll be able to come in and say, well, you know what? He wasn't on my level. You know, he doesn't want to spend time with me. This is the same story that Tia Mowry is pushing with Corey Hardrick. You know, she graduated from marriage, right? Remember that? And then she's like, you know, she put up a post about, you know, I forgot what it was, but I hope I find love again. I want to find love again. It's the same play. It's a way to make sure that they never have to account for whatever they've done in these relationships. Corey Hardrick was dissed by Tia Mowry. Now you see this lady trying to pretty much throw cryptic posts, and you never see the guys responding to this stuff because that's what these ladies do. But let me just kind of go ahead on and be honest about this, guys. A lot of ladies are gonna hit the wall not once, twice, but in some cases 3 times. And a lot of this has nothing to do with what you're physically looking like, although hitting the wall typically deals with that, but it's a positioning of attitude. You see, Naomi Osaka has really removed herself from a lot of opportunities, you know, with guys who are rich in the industry by having a baby by a guy and then breaking up and then putting up these cryptic posts out of the blue, in so many ways throwing shots at the guy because you don't like him anymore. A lot of guys are looking at that in the industry. You know, when you break up with somebody, it's one thing, but how you handle it is another. And to go up there and to put that up to the world, it already indicates that you have some kind of disgruntled behavior towards this guy, some animosity towards this guy. He's not making any statements about you. You're kind of throwing cryptic shots at him. So guys are like, okay, you know, I don't really want to get involved with somebody like this. And then when you look at situations like, okay, she probably don't have that much time. She's a tennis player. She has a baby on the way. And what, you know, the last guy didn't really work out. So why would I really look at Naomi Osaka? And a lot of guys before she got, you know, pregnant and had a kid, hey, she was on the top list, I'm pretty sure, of a lot of guys. But again, with that attitude, it's really making ladies hit the wall quicker than what they should. And whenever you get a baby by a guy that makes less money than you and he is less talented than you or less earning than you, I'm just going to be honest, for a lot of guys, it's questionable. Because when you look at her, you're like, look, she's beautiful. She has everything. She has a lot of variety. Like, how does she get in this situation? And so for a lot of guys, it leaves a lot to be desired. And that is very problematic, especially for high earning black men or high earning men in the world around. Because look, you know, she already has a kid by somebody. It didn't work out. When it didn't work out, she's putting up these cryptic posts. And then, you know, being a young mother and having to do that, it's like it's going to be very difficult to want to establish a relationship like that with a person like this, especially when you have so many other available ladies. And again, those kind of life decisions would make somebody hit a wall. And when you're hitting a wall, you're pretty much saying that what you could get, you can't get no more. And it's not always based on looks, because she's very beautiful. It's based on your positioning. And that is exactly what's happening with a lot of younger ladies. A lot of younger ladies, and now we'll even include Lizzo. Look at Lizzo. Lizzo's 35, dealing with Mike Wright. We all know Mike Wright don't have anything close to what she has. But again, when you have a very limited spectrum of men that you can choose from, this is what's happening. A lot of ladies in their prime are taking guys that, hey, look, we're going to go ahead on, be together. I can't do any better than you right now, or I just don't plan on doing any better than you right now, because I'd rather have my career and maybe a side dude or a side husband. And then when all that pops off, the stock even probably goes down just a little bit more because it's so much harder to compete. And this is what you're seeing with Naomi Osaka. Again, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, everybody in the world would want her. Now, especially how she's handling this, I'm telling you, I think dating options for her will be very limited, just like they are with Tia Mowry. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you heard the bell. We're out.